Welcome, this video is about emotions. Emotions. Emotions are everything. We are emotional beings and we buy everything just to feel an emotion. If you go to a movie, you have certain emotions. If you buy clothes, you get certain emotions. You feel warm, you feel prideful, you feel good about yourself. You all want an emotion. You buy a house to have a certain feeling of safety. You buy a car to feel a certain way. You buy a holiday to feel a certain way. You're all doing everything to feel an emotion. You are energy in motion, so you are already emotion itself, which means you are the source of everything. You are the source of emotion. This is a very big deal because we reverse it. In the programming, in the box, the mind control box, we reverse this. We think we need to get X, Y, and Z to get a certain emotion. You already have all the emotions within you. That's when, if you are in apathy, you are cut off from your emotions. That's why that is so painful, because you cut yourself off from the source of who you are. Quite literally. So emotions. We have been programmed to think there are negative emotions. Negative. And positive emotions. Positive. Is this true? So negative, I would say negative is below, if you go according to the Hawking scale of consciousness, below 200, you have, what was it, fear, anger, grief, apathy, pride. Above 200, courage, reason, love, wisdom, enlightenment. Oh, enlightenment. So many emotions. There's actually no such thing as negative or positive emotions. It's actually a spectrum. That's why we have a scale. It's a spectrum. Positive emotions means you are more aligned to the truth. So, power means your creative power, your power to create anything in your reality you like. So the power decreases when you are more in illusion. So more illusion. That means, no, you don't have to act on them. You don't have to give meaning to them. They just have a message for you. The only message they're giving you is you are in illusion. If you are angry, you have an assumption that you are separate from others. You have an assumption that anyone outside of you can harm you. You have an assumption that you are a victim. You have an assumption that you are not enough. You have an assumption that you're cut off from creation itself, which is illusion. That's why it feels negative, because it's the opposite of the truth. When you handle emotions correctly, you see emotions are just messengers. So how do you go to truth again? Because the only way, or the only simple thing you have to do with emotions are listening. Just listen. Listening is the ultimate act of love. Just listen to your emotion. Be still and listen. Listen to the negative emotions. The reason why people think meditating is so hard, because you have to sit still and listen to all the things in your mind. You listen to all the emotions that are trapped there, that you haven't listened to. Listening is an act of love. Just notice when you're talking to people, How much do they listen? Are they able to listen to you? That's a highly evolved person. If a person isn't able to listen to you and constantly needs to talk about themselves or talk over you, that's not an aware person, because listening is a highly intelligent skill. Listening, empathy, compassion is a highly cognitive function of intelligence. If someone is not capable of listening, then they're not aware. They're not perceptive. They're not an observer. They just talk and talk and talk. They're programming onto you. Listening. So if we want to become a better listener to ourselves and others, we have to listen to our emotions and our thoughts. We have to be still. Stop bombarding yourself with outer impulses and start listening to yourself. Meditation is listening to yourself, because if you start to listen, you start to hear your higher self, and that is what you want. Your higher self is your advisor, your divine advisor. Your higher self guides you to all the things in your life. So you have to be still and listen. What first comes up if you start meditating is negative emotions. And we fear that because we have been taught that negative emotions are bad, wrong to feel. No, you are meant to alchemize negative emotions, because this is simply a subscription to the wrong beliefs. So emotions tell you where you have wrong beliefs. These beliefs are simply wrong. There's no pride because there's no doer. There's no apathy or fear or anger or grief because there's nothing to grieve. You are an immortal creator. There's nothing to grieve. There's nothing to be angry about. There's only things to be thankful for. You only should be grateful and thankful for your life's unfolding, because it's perfect. It's a divine orchestration. All these feelings are incorrect, but they signify, they give you a message that you have beliefs, so you have a box that isn't in alignment with truth. So they are messengers and a great opportunity to deprogram yourself and listen. And you purge those emotions out of you and transform them into love, into truth. That's why you feel positive if you transform an emotion into love. So listen to your higher self. Your higher self wants you to feel all the emotions and listen to them like messengers. They are loving messengers. They're helpful. Instead of a box, you just become a point of consciousness. This is you. Quite literally, this is you. You're just a point of consciousness. Just a single point. A single perspective. A viewpoint of consciousness. There is no box. There is no construct. There is no matrix. You don't have to play into this box anymore. Into this construct. You are this. So emotions, then when you align to truth, when you feel emotions, when you listen to information, if it makes you feel below 200, it's not the truth. If it makes you feel light, if it makes you feel courageous, hopeful, if it's reasonable, logical, if it's loving, if it resonates with you, if it's wise, if it makes you feel lighter and lighter, if it makes you feel more free, more loving, more compassionate, then it's the truth. And then you get access to more power and more energy, which makes you a powerful manifester. You're weak when you're in the matrix. You're strong when you're just a viewpoint observing, when you're a pure conscious observer, neutral conscious observer. The matrix and the constructs and the limiting beliefs is what makes you weak, and it's what makes you fearful, angry, grieving, apathetic, prideful, jealous. That's all belief systems, because you're subscribing to beliefs that aren't your own and that don't serve you or anyone. You can do anything you set your mind to. Anything. And you keep going regardless of the emotions that are not in alignment. They will align automatically. When you wake up, you see every belief system and they transform into the truth of who you are. You are the I am. Everything gets transformed, alchemized. Everything is a perfect unfolding of who you are. Your consciousness, your awareness, your divinity is expressed into this human avatar, this physical vessel. And you emanate more power, more energy, more love. Confidence is also a natural byproduct. Skills are a natural byproduct. Things just flow to you. Things just happen for you. Everything happens naturally, automatically. Why? Because you stopped subscribing to belief systems. You stopped playing the game. You also stopped avoiding the now moment. You stop avoiding. You listen to yourself in the present moment because there's nothing to fear. When you stop avoiding the present and you start to embody, allow the present moment to be, you are in alignment with your higher self directly. You are out of any matrix construct, without conditioning, without memories, without things that hold you back, without past. There's no past living in you, polluting your energy anymore. You are just a point of consciousness, experiencing the now, in the present moment. Your natural state is peace, love, bliss, serenity, joy. That's your natural state. The state which has no opposite. That's the truth. That's why it feels good. Because that's the truth. That's who you are. That's what you're looking for. When you stop delaying your happiness to outcomes, which is also the matrix makes you project into the future. When I have this thing or this circumstance, then I'll be happy. Then I will be whole and fulfilled. Then I have that pride, you know? That's untrue. There's only this moment. There's nothing to gain. Try it out if you want. People have wasted lifetimes getting things. They're still not happy. They're still unfulfilled because they needed to get their own love from within. They were actually looking for this, the higher self. Listen and feel completely. Feel what you are feeling and be authentic. Be honest to yourself. Be honest to yourself and to the other. Be honest about your fears. Give your fears to your higher self. Listen. Fears are illusions. False evidence appearing real. It's just an illusion. It's not real. Your anxiety is not real. This world is safe. Your reality is safe because you're guided every step of the way. If you listen and surrender and trust, surrender to your higher self. This ego doesn't help you. It keeps you small and stuck. Surrendering to the higher self gives you everything. That's all you need to do. You are divine. Actually, you cannot stop this because it's already too late. If you're awakened, this will happen anyway. There's no choice there. You'll just be guided to information like this. And there's no way back. You're not gonna go back there because this is illusion. You don't go more into Maya. There's an accelerated path into consciousness. You realize when you are in joy, bliss, peace, high levels, you naturally stay there. You stay there. And you won't think as much. The mind doesn't have a job anymore to make your circumstances more pleasurable because there's nothing to get. You just go with the flow and you think less. You become more still, more peaceful in your mind. That's actually the hidden goal of meditation. To get a more peaceful mind. Have more peace, more stillness, more quiet. You're not in that outcome rat race anymore, which will reflect in your life. You're also not in any kind of social rat race. You're not in any kind of validation-seeking mode anymore. You're just completely free. You do what you like. You connect with others. You create with love. You aligned to your mission, which is sharing your authentic self-expression, sharing what you've learned, teaching others, because you teach for the sake of it, because it's creation wanting to create through you, wanting to give through you. You're not a doer, you're not an ego anymore. You're just pure unconditioned consciousness. There's nothing to get outside. There's nothing to gain. There's nothing in the universe that can fulfill you more. There's nothing to take from you. You cannot be taken from. You cannot gain anything from the world. It's already a done deal. It's already finished. Do you feel the peace that brings? You also don't have to fear your emotions anymore, because they're just messengers. And if you feel constricted, you feel this grief inside of you, you're just stuck in illusion, and it's just a matrix again. Then you can listen. Listen to the emotion. Do not think. Just feel. Feel the emotion. It's just your own energy coming back to you. You are untouchable, eternal, and it's a joy to be able to feel anything, any belief. It's just a reflection in the body. Emotions are just reflections of your belief systems in your body. So people who fear a lot or have a lot of anger and grief, they just have faulty belief systems. They have faulty codes in their head. The best way to help them is to make them aware. You believe something that is not in alignment with universal truth. That's why you're suffering. You think you're separate. You think this world is hostile. No, it's completely a loving creation. And you're the source of it. You're this viewpoint, this awesome viewpoint that gets to experience a whole avatar, a whole human life. Now. So be joyous, be grateful, and celebrate. Because now you made it. This is it. Celebrate yourself. Celebrate others. This is a wonderful masterpiece. You are a wonderful masterpiece, a creation. I wish you infinite love, and I'm very grateful for everyone that's watching. I'm very grateful for all of you. This is a magical thing that's happening right now, and I'm highly, highly enthusiastic for everyone and everything. Thank you. Thank you.